As I just mentioned, the Department of Commerce wants to ensure that America leads in the 21st century in the discovery and production of cutting-edge technologies. That is why the Department of Commerce designed a major administration initiative called the National Network for Manufacturing Innovation, NNMI, an exciting public-private partnership model that can strengthen our long-term competitiveness. The concept for NNMI actually came to us from the Advanced Manufacturing Partnership, a presidential advisory board I co-lead, and which just yesterday held its national meeting here at Big M. The basic idea between NNMI is to create what we call innovation ecosystems around the country. These regional centers for industry and academia, from large companies to their smallest suppliers, from major research institutions to community colleges, work together to make breakthrough technological advances that will benefit a region's manufacturing base rather than just a single company. The concept is similar to US investments in Sematech and German investments in the Fraunhofer Institutes. The first NNMI Institute focused on 3D printing. It was announced in 2012 in Youngstown, Ohio, named America Makes. It currently has 94 members in its partnership, including universities, community colleges, and nonprofits, along with a whole host of manufacturers like 3D Systems, a global leader in additive manufacturing, also known as 3D printing. Last month, I met with Avi Reichenthal, the CEO of 3D Systems. He told me about how his grandfather, a cobbler who worked tirelessly to make and repair shoes by hand, and how he now wears a pair of shoes he designed himself and manufactured using 3D printing technology. Avi reflected on how 3D printing is inspiring a new generation of Americans to make things again, to become the next generation of local craftsmen and women. He discussed how that could usher in a new wave of entrepreneurs and mini manufacturing renaissance in every US city. To maintain our global competitiveness, it is absolutely essential that we continue to develop nationwide 3D printing and a host of emerging technologies. And the administration is already hard at work to build on our momentum and expand on our success. So starting in recent months with our announcement to add 3 additional NNMI institutes to drive innovation. One in power electronics located in North Carolina, one in digital manufacturing and design located in Chicago, and right next door in Canton, Michigan, an institute focused on lightweight metals, which will help America make cars become more safe and more energy efficient. President Obama knows that we cannot stop there if America is to lead the world in manufacturing. So he's announced the establishment of 4 additional manufacturing innovation hubs, including one focused on advanced composites. But in order for the NNMI to realize the vision of a national network as conceived by industry, we need Congress to act. With legislation, Commerce can build a true network that allows institutes to collaborate and share best practices. That network will be stronger than multiple institutes acting individually. The good news is there's bipartisan legislation pending in the House and the Senate. The bill enjoys strong support from both parties, and it is imperative that this measure reaches the President's desk this year to ensure that we meet the needs of industry and sustain our global competitive edge in advanced manufacturing. Other countries are making game-changing investments along these lines, and America cannot afford to be left behind. We have to do better and we have to do more. So I encourage you to make your voices heard on this issue and support the expansion of manufacturing institutes across the United States. Our second goal at the Department of Commerce is to help American communities attract more manufacturing investments. America is ranked the #1 place to invest and grow for global business, according to A.T. Kearney's 2013 Business Confidence Index. But capitalizing on the ranking requires businesses to partner with local and federal governments to establish comprehensive plans and support the infrastructure necessary to attract prospective investors. 2 weeks ago, I announced the first dozen manufacturing communities, a multi-agency designation led by the Commerce Department through a new program called the Investing in Manufacturing Communities Partnership, IMCP. The federal designation, awarded after an extensive competition, recognizes communities that should serve as models for the rest of the country because they have a clear strategy to become a magnet for manufacturers, and because they have coordinated efforts in key areas like workforce and training, supplier networks, research and innovation, infrastructure and site development, exporting and access to capital. Recent research shows that communities who make these investments in a coordinated fashion experience higher growth in employment, wages, numbers of establishments, and numbers of patents. Not surprisingly, a consortium from southeastern Michigan, including the cities of Detroit, Flint, Lansing, Ann Arbor, and Pontiac, was named one of the first IMCP manufacturing communities. The public-private partnership they have assembled produces 22% of all vehicles made in America, and at $14 billion a year, accounts for 70% of total U.S. auto research investment. Their IMCP plan is designed to transform their community into a world-class location for developing connected vehicle technologies, allowing cars to communicate with each other and with the road itself. And these cars will be developed in new lightweight materials, including some designed and built at the NNMI just down the road in Canton. The point of IMCP is to incentivize this type of smart, comprehensive, and integrated economic development planning across the country. And this is only the beginning. Soon the administration will launch a second IMCP competition to designate the next round of manufacturing communities. Just as IMCP will help ensure communities are ready for sustainable, long-term manufacturing growth and investment, Select USA will help bring new investors directly to communities across the country. Select USA is the first ever foreign direct investment promotion arm of the federal government. Through Select USA, the Commerce Department serves as an ombudsman for foreign investors who are looking to invest here in the United States. We introduce them to local economic development organizations, and we help them navigate the federal regulatory landscape. This effort is especially important for manufacturing communities, where foreign direct investment is already making a tangible difference to local businesses. Consider what we saw between 2009 and 2013. $330 billion out of $770 billion of foreign direct investment, or 43%, was invested in the manufacturing sector. So Select USA has translated into real progress on the ground right here in Michigan. In 2012, Select USA helped a Canadian-based supplier, AGS Automotive, open new facilities just 45 minutes up the road from here in Sterling Heights. That $21 million investment has already created 90 new jobs and supported 50 existing positions.